their influences will start to influence you. That's why in the message last week, I was telling you it's important who you surround yourself with and who you put in your camp and in your army. Because they can become a bad influence if you're not careful. Verse 23 says, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. What does renewed mean? It means to be renewed in the attitude of your mind by renouncing its vanity, its darkness, and blindness, and learning of Christ. Verse 24 says, and that ye put on the new man, which is after God, is created in righteousness and true holiness. I want to read this to you. It says, this is the spirit and nature of God in renewed man. The Greek word for renewed is anano, meaning the whole course of life now flows in a different direction. You don't go the same place you used to go. You don't do the same thing you used to do. You don't say the same things you used to say. Everything's different. You're wearing different clothes now. You're standing out. You're out from among the world. You're in them, but you're not of them. And the world looks and says, man, there goes a child of God right there. Look at him. And that's how you make a difference. If you blending in with everybody else, the world is not seeing you. You know what the problem is today? We're doing too much blending and not enough standing out. It's like we jump in a mixer with the world, and by the time it swirls us around, it's all over us, and nobody can tell the difference. It's got to be something people can see, something people can taste, something people will know is different. That's right. No matter how hard you try, the rest of it can't mix with it. Kind of like oil and water. You can have as much oil or water, either one, in a container. Let's just choose oil. You can have a whole bunch of oil and you put a little bit of water and you blend all you want to. For years, they don't mix. And that's the way we got to be today. We got to be so separated and so different from everything else around you. There is no doubt what you've put on. And see, the sad thing is we've learned how to mix pretty well, but we haven't learned how to stand out. And that's what we got to do. Now, remember, Jesus, as he walked and as he went, he was in places where he could meet people, but he stood out. And everybody that ever ran into him said, there's something different about this man. This man ain't like everybody else. This man ain't like all the other prophets that have come down through the ages. This man's different. And I would ask you this morning, if I was to go ask somebody that knows you, and I'd say, tell me something that you know, what do you think would be something that they would say? Would they say, man, he's different? Or would they say, he's a pretty good buddy. We horse around all the time. Nothing wrong with having fun with your friends, but you got to stand out. You got to be different. You can't be like them. When they crack the dirty joke, you ain't supposed to laugh. Oh, praise God, I'm on it now. Huh? You show me in the Bible where Jesus told a dirty joke. Show me where he cussed and carried on. Hey, y'all don't get quiet on me now. You got to be different. You can't be like everybody else. It's a call for separation, to be different. It says the word for put on in Greek is enduo. It means to be clothed with. The new nature must be put on, and it must manifest righteousness and true holiness. Not what looks like, but what is. Look here, you can look holy all day long, but are you really? You know what? I could go to a seamstress and I could have them create any kind of outfit I wanted. Tell them exactly what I want, and they can make it. But does that really make me what the outfit makes me? Or I can go to Jesus and I can say, Lord, I want to be like this, and let Him make it in me. And then what's on the inside shows forth. What's on the inside comes out. The word says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. You see, we need to have our hearts so full of God, when we open our mouth, nothing but praise and glory for God comes out. And not bitterness or strife or confusion. Verse 25 says, wherefore putting away lying. You know, one thing I always struggle with is, why can't you just tell the truth? What's the Bible say about the truth? It sets you free. What's lying do? Lying is a root right from the devil. That'll bind you up. It'll put you in some messes. And you know what the amazing thing is about lying? You can't tell one to get rid of the other. And you know, one lie leads to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. It never ends, does it? It's like a web of deceit, never ending. You know the only way you can ever end that? You got to tell the truth. That's the only thing that'll end it. Putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor. Look, if you got an issue with your neighbor and you don't like him, you better off say, look, man, I don't like you, but we need to work through this. Instead of saying, hey, how you doing, my friend? Boy, I can't stand him. Can you believe he just waved at me? After all the stuff he's done over the years. God hears whispers. God hears thoughts. I don't care how hard you got your teeth clenched. He can still hear you. I'm going to tell you something. He's the one you need to be worried about hearing you. Not everybody else. (26) says, be ye angry and sin not. Most people don't know how to do that. And most people, anger turns to wrath. It says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. 27 is the key to this, folks. It says, neither give place to the devil. That means don't give him no opportunity to even take a stand around you. You realize if you lie, you're giving him a place? People give the devil place all day long. Don't even realize it. Is there such thing as a big lie and a little lie? 28, let him that stole steal no more, but